Have you ever wondered what a day in the life of an ancient Roman looked like? As dawn breaks over the eternal city, the day-to-day life of an average Roman citizen begins. The cock's crow signals the start, not just of a new day, but also of the hustle and bustle that defines life in this grand metropolis. Rome, the heart of an empire, is not just a city of marble and grandeur. It's a city alive with the rhythm of daily life, a rhythm that begins at dawn. The Roman Forum, the pulsating heart of the city, is where life unfolds. This isn't simply an open space surrounded by ruins as we see it today. Picture instead a vibrant marketplace, echoing with the chatter of traders, the clatter of pottery, and the aroma of fresh produce. This is the Roman Forum, the hub of political, social, and economic life. From the break of dawn, the Forum is a hive of activity. Fresh loaves of bread are sold, olives are bartered, and wine amphorae are traded. The marketplace is not just a place for commerce, it's a place for news and gossip, for debates and discussions. Every transaction, every conversation adds a thread to the rich tapestry of Roman life. But the Forum isn't just about trade, it's also the political heart of Rome. Here at the rostrum, orators deliver passionate speeches to the gathered crowd. Political debates ignite the air with their intensity, their outcomes shaping the course of the empire. And then there are the public baths, the social epicenter of Roman life. From senators to slaves, all of Rome comes here to cleanse, socialize, and even conduct business. The baths are more than just a place for hygiene. They are a testament to the Roman belief in community, equality, and leisure. As the sun begins to dip towards the horizon, the marketplace starts to empty. The political debates simmer down, and the baths start to close. But don't be fooled, as the sun sets, the Roman day is far from over. In a society where gods and goddesses were as real as the Colosseum, how did religion shape the daily life of a Roman citizen? Religion in ancient Rome was not a matter of personal conviction. Instead, it was deeply ingrained in the public life and the state, and an integral part of every citizen's daily activities. The Romans believed in a vast pantheon of gods and goddesses, each having a specific role and influence in their lives. From Jupiter, the king of the gods, to Mars, the god of war, and Venus, the goddess of love. These deities were perceived as powerful beings who could intervene in human affairs. Their favor was sought for every venture, whether it was a military campaign, a political ambition, or a personal endeavor. Common religious practices revolved around sacrifices and offerings. The Romans would offer food, wine, and animals to their gods, hoping to appease them and gain their favor. These practices were not just individual acts of devotion, but were also community affairs. They took place in public temples and were led by priests, who were important figures in Roman society. Religious festivals, or feriae, were also a significant part of Roman life. These were days of rest dedicated to specific gods. The Saturnalia, for instance, was a festival dedicated to Saturn, the god of agriculture. It was a time of feasting, gift-giving, and a temporary reversal of social orders, where slaves were served meals by their masters. Moreover, religion played a vital role in the political sphere. The state sponsored temples, priests, and religious festivals. Emperors were often deified, further strengthening the bond between religion and the state. So, in the world of ancient Rome, the divine was intertwined with the mortal. It influenced every aspect of life, from politics to personal matters. It was a world where the gods were not distant beings, but active participants in daily affairs. In Rome, the divine and the mortal coexisted, shaping the lives of its citizens in profound ways. Ever heard the phrase bread and circuses? It was more than just a saying in ancient Rome. This phrase, coined by the satirical poet Juvenal, was a cunning strategy employed by Roman leaders to keep the populace content and distract them from political matters. Bread and circuses refers to the provision of free grain and the staging of lavish spectacles. Let's unpack this intriguing concept, beginning with bread. In a time where survival was a daily struggle for many, providing free grain was a masterstroke. This wasn't just a charitable act, it was a tool of control. By providing the masses with the basic necessity of food, the Roman leaders ensured their popularity and quelled potential unrest. Now let's turn our attention to the circuses. No, not the kind with clowns and acrobats. These were grand spectacles, often held in massive amphitheaters like the Colosseum. These events, which included gladiatorial battles, chariot races, and theatrical dramas, were immensely popular. They were a spectacle of excess, a display of Rome's wealth and power. For the citizens of Rome, these spectacles provided an escape from the mundanity of daily life, a chance to revel in the glory and might of their empire. But these spectacles were not without their dark side. They were often brutal and bloody affairs, where men fought to the death for the entertainment of the crowd. Gladiators, many of whom were slaves or prisoners of war, were thrown into the arena against each other or against wild beasts. The crowd, baying for blood, would cheer as these men fought for their lives. This brutality was a stark contrast to the otherwise sophisticated culture of Rome. It shows how the ruling elite used entertainment as a tool to appease and control the masses. The bread and circuses strategy was not just about feeding and entertaining the people. It was a means of maintaining order and stability in a vast and diverse empire. These spectacles, often brutal and bloody, were a stark contrast to the otherwise sophisticated culture of Rome. The Romans were not just warriors and politicians, they were builders of the extraordinary. Their architectural prowess was unparalleled, their creativity boundless. They crafted structures that have not merely weathered the sands of time, but have become symbols of human ingenuity and resilience. Among the Romans' most iconic architectural feats is the Colosseum. This colossal amphitheater, once the heart of Rome's social life, was a testament to their mastery of engineering. With a capacity to seat over 50,000 spectators, the Colosseum was a venue for gladiatorial contests, public spectacles, and dramas. Its impressive design, featuring a complex system of vaults, was made possible by the Romans' invention of the arch. But the Romans' architectural genius was not confined to grand structures. It also manifested in their creation of aqueducts, a sophisticated network of channels that transported fresh water from distant sources into cities and towns. This feat of engineering, which combined practicality and aesthetics, greatly improved the quality of life in Rome and stands as a testament to their understanding of hydraulics. The Romans were also pioneers in road construction. They built an extensive network of roads, stretching over 200,000 miles, which facilitated trade, military movements, and the spread of culture. These roads, known for their durability and strategic layout, were instrumental in the expansion of the Roman Empire. A key element in Roman architecture was their use of concrete. The Romans were the first to use this material on a large scale, and their formula, which included volcanic ash, allowed their structures to withstand the test of time. This innovative use of concrete set the foundation for modern architecture. The grandeur of Rome was not just in its empire, but also in its enduring architectural legacy. Their architectural marvels, which blend functionality with aesthetics, are a testament to their innovative spirit and their understanding of the natural world. These structures, some still standing after 2 millennia, continue to inspire and captivate us, reminding us of the extraordinary builders that the Romans were. As twilight descends on the eternal city, the Roman day draws to a close. The hustle and bustle of the marketplace fades away, making room for the serene yet vibrant evening life. In a typical Roman home, the family gathers for cena, the main meal of the day. It's not just about the food, but the conversation, the sharing of stories, and the strengthening of familial bonds. The head of the family, the paterfamilias, presides over the meal, his position reflecting the patriarchal nature of Roman society. He's not just a father, but a symbol of authority, a moral guide, and the keeper of family traditions. At the heart of cena is conviviality and a sense of togetherness. Food, often simple yet hearty, is shared among all. For the wealthy, cena can be an elaborate affair, featuring exotic dishes and fine wines. For the less fortunate, it's a modest meal, but the spirit of togetherness remains undiminished. This dichotomy between the rich and poor is a stark reality of Roman society. The wealthy live in expansive villas, adorned with murals and mosaics, while the poor reside in cramped insulae, multi-story apartment buildings with limited amenities. Yet, despite these disparities, there's a shared sense of community, a common Roman identity that binds them together. As the evening deepens, the Roman citizen might engage in intellectual pursuits or enjoy a leisurely stroll in the moonlit gardens. For some, it's a time for contemplation. For others, a time to revel in the company of friends. And as the stars twinkle above, stories of gods and heroes echo through the night, a testament to the rich tapestry of Roman mythology. As we bid goodnight to our Roman citizen, we realize that their world, so different yet so similar, continues to shape our own. The twilight in the Roman Empire is not just an end, but also a beginning, a reminder that every sunset is followed by a new dawn, a new day in the life of Rome.